Hello guys, welcome back. So in this video, we're working on our site settings. How to change your logo, how to change your social media link, how to change your footer logo, so how to change any your terms of use, email address from your backend. So as you can see, I've added posts to my featured post and popular post. If you want to do this, all you have to do is just go to your local host, and any post you want to add to maybe to your slider, you just change the null to 1. You want to add this post to your slider, just change here to 1. You want to add to your feature and popular to, you just change it to 1. But you do it from your backend. Just go to the post, click on edit, you add it here, you submit. That's what you need to do. So now what we want to do is we want to work on our site settings. So first thing we'll do is we have to create our model. We have to create our model and our controller. So let's go to our VS Code. Let's take away all the things we don't need. We don't need all this now. Let's make it clean. So now let's go to our sidebar. That'll be your resources view, and your view, admin, body, then your sidebar. So now we are going to create another one for the sidebar. Copy this, and paste it here. So now we'll change this one to site settings. We'll change this to, let's make this manage. Here will be all site settings. We just need one tab for this. We delete it. So let's create a route for it. What do we want to name the route? We can name it all sites settings. So before we move further, let's create our model and our controller. So inside your CMD, so I hope you remember how to create your model. So that will be PHP and make model. What is the name of the model you want to create? Site settings. So now we also want to create our migration table. That will be -m. As we've successfully created our model and our migration table for site set. So now let's create our controller. That will also be PHP and make controller. Then where do you want to create the controller? I want to create it in our backend. And what is the name of the controller I want to create? Site settings controller. I click enter. As you can see, we've successfully created our site settings. Now back in your VS Code, check here, you see that our model has been created. Also, if you check our database, your migration, see that we've created a new migration with site settings. You also check your controller inside your backend, you see your site settings control. Now we can get to work. Now the route name we created in our sidebar here, site settings. We have to create it in our web.php. And to create this route in our web.php, it must be inside our admin middleware. That means no, if you are not logged in as admin, you can't have access to it. Inside our admin middleware here, this is where it ends. We can just copy this, come down here, paste it. So you change out this note to site settings route. Site settings all route. So the controller we just created, we'll have to load it up here. Let's do that. That'll be our site. So this is it here, site settings controller, and I've loaded it up here also, site settings. Now inside this site settings, we'll take one. We are going to do it step by step. So from our sidebar, the name of the route name is all site settings. Into your web.php, you change this to all site settings, and your method name can name it site. And your URL will be all sites. So now we'll work with this model name inside our site settings controller. But first, before we do that, inside our site settings model, we want to make it protected guarded. So you are going to copy this from here. Inside your site settings, paste it. That is protected guarded. Inside our migration table for the site settings, what do we want to do? We want to include the fields that we need to change inside our site settings migration table. Now we'll copy a sample of that from here. Just do this. And just copy this inside your site settings migration table. Paste it here. So what are the things we want to be able to edit? What are the things we want to be able to edit? We want to be able to edit our logo. We can name that logo. And we want to be able to edit what else? We want to be able to edit our social media links. So for your social media, this will be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and you want to be able to change your email. Also, you can add whatever field you think you will need. So change this to site logo. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. What else do we need to add? That is all. So now what we want to do now is we want to save all and migrate. Now if you save all, you come to your MD here and you put PHP and migrate. As you can see, we've successfully migrated the table. Now if you go to your database, you load this page. You can see we have a new table here which is site settings. and see our site logo, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, email, on and so forth. Now let's insert some data into it. We just click on insert here. We just insert some let's insert random data into it. It's as simple as this. You click on go, you come to your browser. We've successfully inserted some data into it, some test data. So now what we want to do is we want to get all this data. Want to get all the data from our database. So you go into your VS Code, come with the model, done with the sidebar. Now inside your site controller, you want to get all the details from the database. So we'll be using this model name. We'll be using this model name to get all the details from the database. This site settings model. Inside your site settings controller, that will be public function. The site settings model is site settings. We paste it. It's a get method. You paste it, and you put this note down. And method. Now what you want to do is to get all the data from our site settings database. We'll get it using this variable. Any variable of your choice actually. That will be equals to what is the site settings model? The name is site settings. So you get it using the model site settings. That is, you want to get, since we are getting just only one ID, we need just one ID. So we are going to just find the particular ID, which is one. Just find one. So we just need the first ID. So also here, you need to load your site settings controller up here, your site settings model up here. Let's copy most of the things here which we will need. Yeah. Paste it here. You can just copy this from here. You replace it here. Now we've loaded it, so now it's fine. So now that we've gotten we've gotten this particular ID from our site settings database, now we want to return view to a page. So return view. So the return view will be inside where we want to create this data, inside our backend. Then inside our backend, which folder do we want to create it? This is our backend there. We'll create another folder called settings. Inside the settings, we'll create the file site _ settings .blade php. So now we are going to pass the compact method. So we'll compact. We've used this variable to get all the sites. We use this variable to get all the data from our site settings database. So we want to pass it into this page, this file we are going to create. We are going to compact this. That is your single quotes, your semicolon. So now let's create this folder and this page. Now inside our backend, I'm creating this folder. Paste it. inside your settings, you also want to create this file. Inside your settings, you create the file, paste it. That is all we need to do. So remove this .blade.php. It just need to be site settings. Now we've created the site settings.blade.php. If you go to your posts, you check your add posts. So we are going to be using, or if you go to your if you go to your admin profile view, inside your admin profile view, we'll be using something similar to this. So you can copy everything. Inside your site settings, you paste it. This is what we'll be using. We don't need this part. You take it off. And also you can change it to site settings. Also copy this, paste it here, your site settings. So this will be your full name. And what are we updating? We are updating our site logo, our email address. We're updating our email address. Let's cut this. Paste. So our email address, our social media link, that's our Facebook, our Instagram, what else? We have our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, mail. There's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. So now what do you want to do? We want to be able to display all the data from our site settings database that we've gotten with this variable. Now inside our site settings, we're going to display it using this method. So this variable here will change to site. This site variable, which we've used to get all the data in our site settings. So now the field name is email, and also our name here is email. This also the Facebook name, change this to site. The field name is Facebook. Also we'll change the name here to Facebook also. Also the field name is Instagram. We'll change the name here to Instagram. So the field name here too is Twitter. Change the name here also to. So don't forget to change your variable to site. And also for our YouTube, the field name is YouTube. Change the name here to YouTube. So for our image, the name, we check the field name here. The field name is site_logo. So we're going to change that. That will be site logo. And also for the variable, change this to site. This will be site. So the field name is what? Site_logo. So we'll change it to site_logo. Site_logo. See a site_logo. Now that is all we need to do. Now let's save all and check what we've done. So you save all, run your PHP Artisan Optimize. So we've done that. So inside our backend, let's reload the page. So we reloaded it. As you can see here, we have our manage our site settings. So if we click on all site settings, and see we have everything from our database, which is from here. Gotten everything from our database. Now in our next video, I'll be showing you how to edit your site settings, put it onto your front end. See you in the next video.